subscriber, man. Hey, Cole. Hey, who's gonna win tonight, bro?
Eubank.
Eubank, yeah? Eubank. Knockout points.
Straight knockout.
Knockout, let's go. Eubank knockout, come on, brother. I'll see you soon, man. Thank you, bro. Outside, man. Subscribe and love. Real one, bro. Real one.
Fight for Footy TV. Come on,
man. Shout him out, shout him out. Who do you think won?
Listen, I'm about to ask you that,
bro. It's tight. Let's closer. Hold up, subscriber love, hold on, let's get it, oh shit.
My weight's not too good. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Thank you for always showing love, man.
Early in the morning, Wow, instant classic, guys. British classic, generational moments. The atmosphere yesterday was electrifying. I'm very, very grateful to have been part of that and got to watch and witness that fight live. But now, the next day, we're here to break it down, give you my opinion, and let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So what's going on, people? It's your boy, Cam Topical Juice, and we are back with a boxing-related video. You lot know I enjoy my boxing. I'm actually seriously considering creating a second channel dedicated to boxing. I'm very seriously considering it. I've been considering it for months. If you would like to see that potentially, let me know. Also, give me some ideas. Give me some ideas what the name could be. Something around juice as well. Maybe juiced up boxing or juiced up fight or something. You know what I'm saying? Juice, because you get the idea. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. I'd love to know your ideas, whether you'd like that or not. Anyway, before I even talk about it, I just want to say, first things first, well done to both men. You've got a lot of people in this fight game, usually casuals, where they are fans of the fighters individually. Me personally, I'm a fan of the sport always. Yeah, so I don't really care who wins as long as the best man wins. You feel me? As long as they both put in show the Warriors code, yeah, and they leave it all out there. I've got no problem with who wins. All the circus before and people booing Conor, people booing Eubank, whatever it is, I don't subscribe to all that. I'm here for the fight, and I'm here for the best man to win. And I thought both men dug so deep, so deep, pause, and they really showed heart and spirit, especially Benn. Now, a lot of people, because they're team Eubank, they're giving Eubank credit, which he deserves massively. Eubank, you're a warrior, for real. You've proven it. But Benn really demonstrated heart and spirit, bearing in mind he was the smaller man. You can talk about the rehydration clause and this, that. At the end of the day, he rehydrated to like 176, bro. The reality is he also said he never took Conor that serious. He apologized. And it's these little things that you have to realize, yeah, that Eubank really realized he was in a difficult fight. He even said at the end, you know, I didn't take him serious. I didn't know he had that in him. I was completely shocked. I didn't train for that. That's what he said. So when Eubank is coming out saying, I never trained for this version of Conor, and he went to the hospital with an alleged broken jaw, you know he was in a very, very close fight. That's a fact. It wasn't no runaway victory. It wasn't clear as day. It was a very, very close fight, and both men deserve credit. Eubank looked like he'd been in a war, and Conor's a small man coming up, tiny man coming up. So you know what, Conor, I don't love your personality. I think you really grind my gears, Conor. I'm not gonna lie, you do. You demonstrate a lot of humility at times, but then you just got this kind of weird, I don't know. Conor's not my favorite cup of tea, yeah, but I respect him. So before I give you my score and my analysis, I need to shout out the 5 subscribers that I saw yesterday. The first one, Keiko, thank you so much for stopping me when I was going up the stairs. The second one, I think his name's Chris, aka Tank. Thank you for stopping me and showing love to the video that I did back in January. You even said to me that you showed your 10-year-old son that video. Thank you, brother. Like, this is why I do this shit, you feel me? Shout out Blakey on the train. Honestly, shout out the other guy. I never got your name on the train because you were the other side of the train. Shout out the other guy. Shout out boxing. Is it boxing footage? Boxing fight footage? Shout out boxing fight footage as well. It was at the start of my video. Shout out all of you lot. Honestly, shout out all 5 of the people that stopped me yesterday. Honestly, you lot made the whole day just incredible. So yeah, shout out you lot, and I hope you are locked in. Comment below, man, if you made it to this video. I appreciate you lot, man. But anyway, let's go. So obviously, remember, I was there at the fight. So when you're at the fight, it's a very different experience. You have to factor in the reaction of the crowd. The more eye-catching punches that gets the crowd going. You have to factor in that you're not going to be able to see properly, so you kind of have to look at the fight but look at the screen. So there's bits and bobs that you miss. Do you understand? So you have to go more off inkling You have to go more of gut feeling, hunch feelings. Like, what does the story of the fight look like, the narrative? So based on that, when I was watching it live, I actually had it 6 rounds to 6. I had it a draw. I could have had it for Eubank 7-5. Yeah, I could have had it 7-5. This is live. However, re-watching it back, I would understand why someone would give Eubank the first round, and that would make it 8-4 in the end if you gave him the 10th. So 8-4 is not a wild scorecard. You can, because the fight was so close, when I first heard it, I thought 8-4, that's a bit harsh. 116, 112? I didn't think it was a robbery. Impossible was it a robbery? Never in a million years. There's no robbery, nothing robbery about it. It was just a close fight. And I thought unanimous decision 116, 112, that's a bit, ooh. I didn't really feel like that. I thought that's a little bit harsh. I thought it was a draw. But the thing is, I think it was round 10. You could easily have given that to Eubank. I just thought Benn finished the round stronger. And there was no denying, you have to factor in these things. Eubank was the more hurt. Benn hurt Eubank way more than Eubank hurt Benn. Yeah, Benn was hurt. Benn was tired. But Eubank was hurt more. He got rocked a couple of times. He stumbled a couple of times. He was the bigger man. You have to factor these things into kind of like your kind of scoring. So as I said, I left the building thinking it was a draw, right? But you could have easily given Eubank the 10th round. I wasn't mad. If someone said 7-5, I wasn't mad at all. 115, 113, I'm not mad. 116, 112, having watched it back, I'm not mad. I can imagine how disappointed Conor is because he was really in a tough, close fight and he could have edged it. You know, in a different judge's eyes, he could have edged it. Eubank did really well in terms of, I felt like after round 4 or round 4 onwards, he really started to suss Conor out. He started to find his rhythm, he started to find his range, and he started to utilize the uppercut. The uppercut was there the entire fight. You feel me? And I think he found it in the 4th, but the uppercut was there the entire fight. And I really felt like he should have been utilizing that a bit more. The same way Conor Benn, yeah, he would throw the left hook to the body, but he wasn't utilizing the body enough. Eubank is a big man. He's got a massive body to aim for. That right hand that Conor was throwing, while it's explosive, while it's fast, it's very predictable. Very predictable. And I felt that he really should have changed the levels early. Like Usyk, I think Usyk against AJ, Usyk against Fury. I think it was AJ 2 or Fury 1. He went straight down the pipe with a left hand, a backhand, instantly in the first 5 seconds. Yeah, that's what I felt Conor should have been doing. He should have been, the feints were great, the head movement was great, a lot of feints, this, that, and the other, but he could have feinted to the top head. Boom, that explosive right hand to the body. He could have really done that a lot. I felt like he didn't utilize that enough. He was head hunting too much. He was swinging too wild. Criticism for Chris, I really don't like, and this is kind of boxing fundamentals. People do it, but I really don't like people jumping in with a lead left hook. You should never really lead with the left hook. It's too predictable because you can leave yourself open. The only person who can get away with a lead left hook is Ryan Garcia because it's so explosive. Because the way Conor was rolling the hooks, he really should have countered and made him and capitalized on them, because every single time Chris Eubank Jr. was throwing that left hook, he was missing. He started to find his range eventually, but Conor should have made him think about it, because if he was countering, he wouldn't have been throwing that left hand no more. He would have been shook. You know what? Conor really dug deep. He showed a lot of heart. Eventually, he was landing that right hand. But because it was so telegraphed, because it's coming, even though it was like hitting Eubank was still taking the sting off it by going the direction of the punch. So obviously, if I'm going like that and someone's punching into me, that's gonna double the force. I'm gonna get knocked out. But if you feel like that, it takes the sting out of it. So Eubank kept managing to do that. And, I felt like Eubank was fighting a fight that Benn was comfortable with, up close. And I felt like Eubank probably could have boxed a bit more. But you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Eubank for getting into a scrap. This is what boxing is. This is a fight at the end of the day. And Eubank is a big man. You're going to expect him to go toe-to-toe with someone small like Conor. Eubank Jr. was not expecting a fight like that. It was clear as day. He came out the most hurt. He looked the most knackered, broken jaw apparently, all humble in victory. You can see Benn was distraught with the loss. He really does trade. You know what? In terms of Ben's professionalism when it comes to training, whether he's got contaminated eggs or not, we know that it's clear as day that he loves the sport and he dedicates himself to the sport. And he wasn't going in there to lose. And as a fight fan, I would love to see the rematch. Now, Eddie Hearn talks about, I don't really want to see Conor Benn in more wars like that. You know, that's how you shorten your career. Yeah, it is, but it's not like it's going to take years off his. It's not going to take years off his career. That will going into deep waters. This is what the old school mentality is. Old school fighter. When you go into deep waters like that, it makes you become a man. It makes you like tap into things that you've never realized that you're capable of. Back in the day when I used to spar, I used to always start the spars a bit timid, a bit tentative. Not because I'm scared to get hit. I've got a chin. You're just a bit like you're a bit slow. But as soon as I get rocked, as soon as I get clocked, that like awakens the spirit in me. Oh, it's a fight. Let's go. You feel me? So like when you dig deep and you get dragged into deep waters, that's what really makes a man a man. Obviously, any man that gets into a ring is a proper man. But any man that can dig deep, you have to give a man a chance to dig deep. Let Conor avenge that. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn's a businessman, and he's trying to protect his investment. He thinks if he goes in there with Eubank Junior and he gets beaten up again or whatever, he's thinking, well, AJ's about to retire soon. AJ's kind of like rubbed out at this point. Conor's my cash cow. I don't really want to ruin this investment. I don't agree with that. I think he should take the rematch. I think you should give him the chance to avenge it. Shit, there may even be a trilogy if he wins. Who knows? But in terms of a fight prediction for the second fight, I actually think Eubank could potentially knock Conor out. Not because I don't think Conor's capable. Conor could easily come back and do a mad thing. But I think Eubank started to suss him out, you know, from the fourth onwards. And I think he would do that. I think he'd take that fourth round turning point into the first round of the next fight. He'll know what Conor's capable of. He knows Conor's capable of scrapping. He knows he's got explosive fast twitch fibers. I don't think Conor's actually got the power that people think he has. He's explosive, but who did he knock out after that whole egg gate? After he got popped for allegedly cheating, who has he knocked out since? Nobody. Yeah, nobody. So his power was never really going to translate to Chris Eubank Jr. at 160, who's walking in at 176. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't going to happen. So while I was about to put bets on, I ended up taking all bets off because I thought, you know what? This could easily go 12 rounds because I don't think Conor's got the power, but I think he's got the heart to stay in there. So I would have bet Eubank late stoppage. That was what my bet was on. Like maybe like 10, 11. He'll get like a TKO. You know, Conor's got a lot of heart and showed a lot of bravery in there. In terms of Chris Eubank Senior, bro, when we saw him on the stage, a lot of people cheered, but some people booed, innit? And I always knew. Some people were saying, oh, it's a massive surprise. Come on. I knew with all my heart. If Betfred had a bet for whether Chris Eubank Senior was gonna arrive, I would have bet £100 plus on that. Because he's a showman. He's a showman. He always wants to be a part of the limelight. That's who he is. It's his character. So naturally, he was always gonna build that suspense so he could rock up with my son. You get me? Only one man's there. Only one's there. So Eubank, he was always gonna be there. And if you paid attention closely, they contradicted themselves in the build up to the fight. Chris Jr. said they hadn't spoken in years, and that's what pain is, in that heartfelt speech the other day. But Chris Eubank Senior, after he crashed the egg, after Junior crashed the egg on Benn's face, he slipped in one of the interviews and said, I've spoken to my son. I told him, this is not what we do. This is not what we do. He was alluding to the fact that they do speak, but they're maybe just not on good terms. For me, I noticed that contradiction and I thought to myself, that's interesting. You know, maybe it's just to build the fight. I don't know. But clearly they've rectified their situation. And yeah, when I saw Senior walk into the building, I turned to my friends and I said, I got it on text. I said, Eubank is 100% winning this fight now. Not because Senior is going to give him some advice. It's more just it's a mentality. Your dad's there now. The narrative's there. Two dads, two sons. I thought as soon as I saw Chris Eubank Senior there, yeah, Eubank's 100% winning this. It was a very close fight though, man. Honestly, it was a very close fight. It was a great watch. It was great to be part of it. As I said, I haven't made any notes, so I'm probably waffling a little bit here, but I like to give you the raw. I like to give you the raw kind of thoughts, the raw thoughts and feelings. So yeah, man, I'm gonna let you go. This video's kind of long already, so shout out to all my subscribers. Let me know what you thought. Did you think the result was fair? Are you happy that Eubank won? As I said, I'm a fan of the sport before I'm a fan of any fighter. So whoever won, as long as it's the best man. Oh yeah, and before I go, someone tell Tanks, yeah, that I was on his block yesterday on Spurs. F Spurs. Hey, shout out Tanks, man. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. Peace.